efficiency consolidation. And I was wondering if this is something that Hamburg had pursued, or if not, perhaps in the future we could look at this as far as sharing services, consolidation. There's money to be had if an application is submitted. Perhaps we could look that over.
Yeah, we can certainly take a look at that. That isn't the grant that we've been working on.
Right.
The grant that Craig is working on is different, so we'll certainly take a look.
That is geared towards school districts. I wasn't too sure about that until I read it. I saw it. I thought it was just for municipalities. So if there's a chance that we have a possibility to get some money, I would say go for it.
Okay.
And the second item I have is basically a revisit of my first question. My passion is children with learning disabilities, and I had a parent approach me about a service that one of the occupational therapists who does practice was offering. Amy Rubino, she's an occupational therapist, and she deals with children who have sensory processing disorders. She offered her services to come on site into Hamburg to give seminars to teachers. And I think considering the financial environment that we have, I think we should have the opportunity to look this over, perhaps with Pupil Services. Colleen might contact Amy and see what type of program she could issue for the teachers. I think it would be helpful.
Okay.
And that's all I have to say.
Great. Thank you.
Is she a district employee? Like is
Her husband is a teacher, I think a math teacher, I believe, at community high school.
English.
Oh, English, I'm sorry.
We also right now have another series of programs going on, I think, within the district, actually. I know because it's in my office at the moment, it's nothing given by my office at all, but there's a series of autism programs that are going on once a week for the next month or so. I went to a little bit of the last one last week, and it was absolutely excellent. So I'm sure that Colleen has a schedule of those, and I think it's pretty well posted around, so people are interested. They also could call my office. So I think you're right. There's absolutely every program we can come up with that we can do to help our families. And it's amazing how our between the parent-child connection and a few other groups like that, all the programs that are going.
It's all for the kids.
Other folks, anything else, other things you guys have?
There's a chicken barbecue tomorrow for the Finance Academy. So if you're hungry tomorrow, visit the high school and buy a chicken dinner.
It's $7.50 pre-sale, $8 at the door.
2 years in a row, right?
I don't know if it's within the last month since our last meeting or not, but I did have a chance to go to the conference that Mr. Hopel was behind organizing in terms of the abuse of prescription drugs. Excellent conference. I know that there were a lot of members of the community who attended it, and clearly that is a big issue that we're focusing on. And I know a bunch of you went to the bullying conference at Rifles.
Yes, we did. We have 3 tables from Hamburg. Very nice turnout. Really
Yeah, very,
excellent.
very educational.
It was very educational, very informative. Oh, we have our Thanksgiving drive coming up from the high school. And I know if anyone from the board wants to donate any items, I would be more than happy to collect them and do a donation from the school board. And I'll be volunteering all day on that. It's Monday, November 21st, and the need has increased this year. It's over 200 families. So that's quite a significant increase just from last year.
And librarians dropped out of our donors
I
for the year.
heard.
So, I mean, they
Yes.
donated like 150 turkeys, and that's a lot of money that we need to come
It
up with,
is.
so something like that.
And the needs increase. So
And
that's,
you think how hard it is, and you just 2 working families, you know, Thanksgiving dinner, and that's a whole month of food, so.
And they supplied the napkins, the plates, the sparkling
You have all the
cider, the
names?
pie, everything.
And you already have the, it's 3 coming?
it's over 200 families.
Okay, future board meetings, Tuesday, November 15th, we've mentioned, that's a budget work session at the administration building. Tuesday, December 6th, is that one off? That's a board meeting.
Budget work session is then the 13th is the.
Oh, is that right? 13th is the board.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. At the union, and the board meetings at the Union Plaza, Tuesday, December 15th. Other things along those lines, or shall we move on to the consensus items?
We're good for consensus.
Okay, I have a recommended motion that approval be given to all consensus items under section G. And those are things that we all have had an opportunity to review as board members. Do I have a motion to approve that? A motion? Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, let's move on then to the action item. Action item, recommended motion that the Board of Education of the Hamburg Central School District approve the adoption of the textbook, Emergency Care. Can I have a motion? Thank you, Holly. A second? Thank you, Diane. All in favor?
Can I ask a question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Steve, can you explain this a little?
This is a book that's approved, our EMT, or that we're requesting to be
Oh,
approved for the EMT program.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I think that's the end of everything we need to discuss tonight. Can I have a motion to open the meeting to end?
Excuse me.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming. If there's students out there who need one sign, don't hesitate to stop up here. We'd be happy to sign it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. There's quite a few of us here who are new. We've never come to a board meeting before. We didn't know that we needed to sign in to say something. Would it be okay if I addressed you?
You guys have,
If not, I understand, but we didn't know.
I think you should.
A lot of the children
Well, we
came
need
from
that in
school
order.
and sat
Okay,
here.
and then-
All right, we just have to.
can we have
That's fine.
can I have a show of hands as to if there are other people other than the one person who stood up who specifically are here to want to be addressing us on a different issue? So we have, okay, no,
This is all the same issue.
okay, no, okay, we're looking in terms of separate issues. We've got one issue that you're going to be addressing us on. Are there other people who are not associated with this particular person who are here to speak on something specifically other? Okay, so I'm asking that we open the meeting, a motion to restart the meeting for the purpose of this.
So moved.
A second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, yes, we would be.
I
can
appreciate- I
can
appreciate.
Tell me your name.
My name's Sherry Phillips. I have two children who are in the Hamburg School District, one in middle school, one in high school. And I'm here on behalf of the high school students at Hamburg who are in the GSA Club. It's the Gay Straight Alliance Club. The club my daughter's been a part of for 2 years. It's not an official club. And what we're asking is that this be made an official club, that they be able to get the same accommodations that all of the other clubs get. I feel like in this day and age, with all the things that are going on, you know, Jamie Rodemeyer, the bullying, the fact that we won't step up and make this a club for these children, we're sending the wrong message. We wonder why these kids are being bullied. We ourselves won't even make this a club. So how can these children who are bullying these other kids, it's to them, hey, the school officials don't think it's important. They don't think it's a club. You know, it kind of feeds into that whole feeling of, you know, we can just ignore it, it'll go away, we don't have to treat these, you know, these people equally. And I know that these children have come, they've sat here for the last 2 hours so that they could, you know, be recognized. And their social workers, their schools, you know, they've all come out to support this. This is important to these kids. They put a lot of time and effort into it. And I'll tell you something, they take a lot from the other students, a lot of bullying. These kids are getting spit at in the hallways. They're getting things thrown at them. They can't even go to the lunchroom and have lunch because they get food thrown at them, you know. And every week they still go to this club and they still meet together. It's almost like it's a little secret society because it can't be recognized. Nobody wants to step up and make them a part of the school, and it's not right.
We appreciate your thoughts. I know Steve, I'm sure, wants to speak to this because this is something that's been addressed lately.
Great.
It is something that we're willing to stand up and do and that we have talked about. We need to have a recommendation come through from the high school to make sure that we have the advisors in place and make sure that, you know, we're prepared to recognize that. So it's, you know, I've attended a meeting. We are prepared to recognize that. I've recognized the club. I've communicated that with the advisors of the club at this point. So as soon as I get the recommendation from the high school, I'll be able to move forward with that, and I would expect that hopefully on the December agenda.
Perfect. I think that means a lot to the kids. It means a lot to the parents as well.
Yep, we're,
Appreciate that.
you know, we're ready to move forward with that. That's something we're prepared to do. So
Great.
thank you all for coming tonight.
Thank you. I
it.
appreciate you letting me talk.
Thank you very much. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? All in favor?